The incident in Jakiri last Sunday, where numerous lives were lost, immediately brings to the forefront a critical shift in how we must approach such tragedies, from mere security concerns to fundamental questions of accountability. Max, a powerful statement released last week concerning this event, makes it clear that when 15 to 20 people die in a single operation, we're dealing with more than just numbers.
That's precisely it, Evelyn. The statement underscores that these weren't just statistics, they were human beings, and the immediate aftermath was characterized by conflicting narratives. One side claimed the deceased were separatists, while another insisted some were civilians. This divergence is exactly what forces the shift in perspective. It moves the discussion beyond purely operational security and directly into the realm of accountability.
But isn't it often argued that in conflict, such loss is an unavoidable consequence? Why does this particular incident demand such a strong focus on accountability over just, say, battlefield analysis?
Because even in war, there are rules. The statement highlights this, saying, quote, "Rules that protect the innocent, rules that restrain power, rules that remind us that force without responsibility becomes injustice." End quote. Without these rules, any use of force risks becoming an arbitrary act, losing its legitimacy, and fundamentally eroding the trust necessary for any society to function.
So, the very act of seeking evidence for claims like armed fighters or demanding acknowledgement of civilians among them isn't just about truth, but about reinforcing that essential framework of responsibility. What happens when that framework fails, when those questions are simply dismissed?
The statement offers a stark warning. Quote, "When deaths are explained away too quickly, when questions are dismissed too easily, when accountability is delayed too long, truth becomes the first victim, and when truth dies, trust follows." End quote. This isn't just a philosophical point. It has profound, practical consequences. Without truth and trust, any path toward resolution becomes incredibly difficult, if not impossible.
It sounds like the statement is not just condemning the violence, but more fundamentally, the obfuscation and denial that often accompany it. It asks three critical questions. Who were the victims? What happened that night? And who will take responsibility if wrong was done? This isn't a call for rebellion, as the statement says, but a demand for something else.
It's a demand for justice. The statement makes it clear, quote, "This is not rebellion. This is not division. This is the demand for justice." End quote. This is about upholding the fundamental value of human life, whether civilian or combatant. It's an insistence that every life be treated with dignity, and ultimately, it argues that a nation that cannot question power is a nation that risks losing its very soul.
So, the core takeaway here is that letting truth emerge and demanding accountability are not just moral imperatives, but essential for the health and integrity of a society. If you found this discussion thought-provoking, please share it with others.